Speaking of which, Cinder. You chose to disobey my specific instructions. Just to fail again. And I've realized it's all my fault. You fought your whole life
Okay. I think it's time for a little rant here on this entire fucking show, RWBY. I'm a massive fan of volumes 1 through 3. I loved every single bit of those volumes. Cinder was an actual threat. Roman Torchwick was an actual good villain, and I can't believe we lost him due to a Saturday morning cartoon villain like Salem. I'm sorry, that's how I see her. And people seem to care more about shipping characters rather than character development. Cinder has been made into a joke. She was one of my favorite villainesses. She was. Like, you see her in the first episode, the very first episode. You know, she has this imposing figure, and she just, infiltrates Beacon, ends up doing so much shit, ends up killing Ozpin, ends up killing Pyrrha, ends up doing all this shit. It becomes the Fall Maiden, which, of course, when we were told about the maidens, we were like, oh, if you get a maiden's power, your power is stronger than Lord Muhammad Jesus Christ. But now all of a sudden, nah, maiden's power don't mean shit anymore. That little glow in the fucking eye, who gives a fuck? Seriously, what the fuck happened to the show? The show hasn't been good since Volume 3. The end of Volume 3. Volume 4 is when it went downhill. Everyone's like, oh, well, Volume 5 apparently is the worst volume. I don't fucking know. Because I didn't fucking watch it. Because Volume 4 was so fucking terrible. And everyone's like, oh, but it picks up, it gets better. And I'm seeing little snippets like this. Seeing, once feared and really good characters being treated like shit. And by the way, why did it take so long for Cinder to have her backstory told? And seriously, her backstory makes no sense. Cinder, oh, she, of course, she's based off of Cinderella, so therefore, she had two evil stepsisters and a stepmother or whatever, and, she was controlled like Broly was because she had a fucking shot caller, and, she had to do everything that she was told, even though eventually she became this ruthless killer or whatever, which makes no fucking sense. And then, instead of actually staying independent and being a leader herself, she goes under the fucking wing of some creepy, spider-looking motherfucking bitch that, just treats her the same way. So what was the point of her backstory, Rooster Teeth? Come on. Come on. Do you want me to feel something for this character again? How about you actually make her into the badass that she once was? Rather than this whiny piece of shit I'm looking at. Seriously, what the fuck? And again, Roman Torchwick was probably one of my favorite villains of the show. He brought a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Mixture to the show. He was the silly but also very threatening mastermind villain. And he could, and even though he was a mastermind and sent others to fight his battles for him, motherfucker could actually fight his own battles too. Does anyone remember the one scene where he fights Sun and Blake? Where he's dodging all of them frickin' shotgun bullets from those nunchuck guns? I do. I thought that was one of the coolest fucking things in the show. But he gets eaten by a Grimm. He doesn't come back. And now basically it's just Neapolitan, who has went downhill as well. I know they're trying their best to keep her up there, but Jesus Christ. It's like it was her and Torchwick that made that dynamic work. They both made that work. All of a sudden, it's like, no, we don't want that anymore. And now the show's going to get serious. And apparently, with the show being serious, in quotation marks, it it it's become something like freaking Sonic Sadam. And before anyone's like, "Oh, I liked that as a kid," like I don't give a fuck. I thought Sonic Sadam sucked. This show anymore is just so terrible. Like I said, they focus more on shipping characters than character development themselves, and I and all the build up for 3 volumes for how terrible and terrifying Salem was, and she ends up being no better than fucking Dr. Robotnik from fucking Sadam. Oh, Snively. Frickin' sending her minions to do her battles like they're fucking SWAT bots. Like are you fucking serious? This show was supposed to be, like in my honest opinion, was supposed to be great. It's such a shame. It's such a shame that it went so downhill. And I had to, and I'm sorry, I had to say something about it. But after seeing this fucking scene, and then after seeing Cinder's past, apparently, it makes no fucking sense. Makes no sense. It's like, she leaves one abuser and goes to another. Because Cinder's that dumb, right? Cinder's that retarded of a character. That is wrong. Just either increase the writing or do better with the writing, or just freaking end the show. I don't see who this show is for anymore. Because it's certainly not for people that originally joined volumes 1 through 3.